What's up, guys? DD Quad here, back again, once again, this time bringing you my Week 5 matchup of the CPC Majors. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're back at it again. Already back, you know. This week we're going up against Mio, coach of the Oklahoma City Thunderus. His team includes Infernape, Skarmory, Shaman, Mamoswine, Primarina, Mega Pidgeot, Hoopa Hectorus, and Luxray. His team is extremely offensive, so we're definitely going to play around some really huge threats, and hopefully we can whittle everything down and go ahead and get this dub and bring us up to 3-2 on the season. We'll see if that can even happen. Who knows? But anyway, that's the hope and the dream coming is. Let's go ahead and I'm just messing up, but you know what we do? Just one take only. 'Cause that's all we have time for, honestly, in life. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Excuse me. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with, as you can see on my team, I have a couple new mons, and that being the Meloetta, which I received from A12 in trade for my Cloyster, which got the 6-0 against Will a couple weeks back. Figured I'd go ahead and ship that off to A12 since Cloyster's value was up. I picked up not a Primer, that's a Ninetales, Ninetales off of free agency, as well as I picked up Delmise and Pidgeot regular form. And then you also see Raichu there, but he's always been on the team. He's just finally has a good matchup where there are not an annoying ground type for me to face off against this week. So Raichu's looking pretty good. Let's just go ahead and hop into clean my mons. First off, I have Clefable. He's kind of just glue on the team for this week, able to kind of shoot a couple hits from some of his threats, and mainly there to set up some wishes, just because my team is very passive this week and doesn't have a whole lot of ways to bounce back from damage. As you can see, that nothing on my team has reliable recovery outside of this Clefable, so he's mainly just there to pass off wishes and just kind of chew some hits. The Kevia Berry eats up poison hits, which I kind of expected maybe from his Hoopa, might be packing a Gunk Shot, or his Infernape maybe packing a Gunk Shot, as well as the possibility of his Hectorus packing Poison Jab as well to try and deal with that Clefable. Next up is Cobalion, which is my check to Mamoswine, which is probably sounding a little bit weird, but this is honestly all I really had for Mamoswine. Mamoswine was just a huge threat to my team, and I just didn't have a whole lot of ways around it. Sugarberry I chose over Air Balloons. I think Air Balloon isn't as effective, although it can avoid a hit. It's very easy for him to pop and then be able to kill you. So Magnet Rise is there as well, so that maybe I can lure him into thinking I don't have it, and maybe he'll want to stay in against me. I can potentially get one hit KO depending on his EV threat with close combat. Cobalion's also there mainly just to get Stealth Rocks up because he has no form of hazard removal outside of Mega Pidgeot, which may or not have time to go ahead and set that off with some of the mons on my team. So I figured that was just a good, my best Stealth Rocker this week. Next up I have Choice Scarf Raichu because outside of the Mamoswine, nothing on his team really appreciates a Thunderbolt. A couple things kind of eat it, but nothing really appreciates just the damage that Raichu can do. And as a range killer with Choice Scarf, he really can just come in on almost anything and outspeed it. Considering the fact that Mega Pidgeot can never be Choice Lock, so Choice Scarf Raichu pretty much just outspeeds his entire team, and it lets me revenge a lot of just good mons. Next up is Meloetta, just be able to sponge some special hits, mainly from the Primarina and Shaman, and potentially Hoopa Unbound, depending on the move, and maybe try to get a significant chunk of damage off with U-Turn. Energy Ball is there just to maybe catch the Mamoswine because it does a little bit more, but Psychic and Thunderbolt really do the damage to the rest of his team. It's all it really needed, so that's pretty much Meloetta in a nutshell. Mega Houndoom this week, mainly just kind of there to really get some nice chip damage off on a lot of different mons, including the Mamoswine, Shaman, Skarmory, and some of his other mons. Decided to go Sunny Day this time, just for the fact that potentially, depending on rolls, Solar Beam can potentially one-shot Primarina, depending on if rocks are up and if we get a high enough roll and he has little HP. But that's pretty much just the mindset going in with that. Then last up, I wanted to bring Ninetales. His team was really Ice Week and Fairy Week, so I wanted to really just capitalize on that and be able to spam Blizzards with Snow Cloak and Ice Cold Plate to really boost up my ice attacks. And then Aurora Veil kind of just there as coverage move, not even coverage move, just to really help out my team since a lot of them don't have recovery. So if we can minimize the damage they're taking, all the much better. So that's pretty much the team in a nutshell. Hopefully It all makes sense. And let's just go ahead and hop right into the game. So looking at his team, he brought Hoopa, which I'm expecting to probably want to be some sort of choice scarf set. Shaman, I'm expecting to be just an offensive 4 attacks. Mega Pidgeot, again, just kind of offensive, maybe has a defog to kind of cover up some of his team's Stealth Rock weaknesses. And Fernape, I'm expecting to be potentially mixed to break down some of my threats. Primarina, I'm expecting to definitely be like a bulky Assault Vest or just plain old special defensive. And Mamoswine, I'm expecting to be offensive, possibly a Focus Sash lead, but I'm not too sure. I really just expect to be offensive since none of my team can really switch into a Mamoswine. So I'm going to go ahead and just lead off with my Meloetta, hoping to kind of catch the Hoopa or the Primarina or Mamoswine on the lead, and we'll go ahead and see how that goes. So I'm going to lead my Meloetta, as I just said. He's going to lead his Mamoswine. I'm just going to go ahead and go for a safe U-turn, and expecting an Earthquake or potentially Stealth Rock, so I'm going to go out into my Cobalion, which I'm able to easily eat up the Sugar Berry. And seeing the damage it did, he might want to try and stay in, since my close combat can't quite kill it if he has HP. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Magnarize, and be able to set up my rocks pretty much for free, as I'm going to be able to just go ahead and Volt Switch out. And this reveals that his Primarina is very especially defensive. And after my Meloetta chews up the hit, I see the leftovers and know that it's pretty much just a special tank or special wall. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a Psychic, expecting maybe to switch out fearing my Thunderbolt, as he does not. As he on this turn decides to go for a Rest, which is kind of strange because you figure if I'd gone for Psychic, you'd at half if I was like Choice Locks or something. But anyway, props to him. I'm gonna go for the Energy Ball, thinking maybe he'll want to go on with Mamo to offensively check this, but he just goes straight onto my Shaman. Don't have a whole lot of switch-ins for Seed Flare that comfortably could go in, so I decided to go out to my Ninetales, knowing I can live any one hit. I see thankfully goes for Toxics, as I'm able to go ahead and take advantage of that and set up an Aurora reveal. Expecting Rock from his Mamoswine on this turn, since switching out would be pretty obvious. I'm going to go ahead and get a Moonblast off, and luckily he does just go for Stealth Rocks, and I'm able to go ahead and just kill off Mamoswine, which is probably the biggest threat to my team in all honesty. Out goes Primarina, and I know that I can definitely take this time to go into Clefable and start Wish Passing. Either go ahead and get my Cobalion kind of healed up, or go ahead and just get my Meloetta healed up, which I think I'm going to lean towards getting Meloetta healed up just because of the importance of him this match. I'm going to go ahead back out into Meloetta's. He is going to go ahead and just fire off a Seed Flare, which he hits and brings me down to about 26 and gets the special defense drop, because I'm able to get back up to about 80%. I'm just going to go ahead and switch right back out into my Clefable, so he's just going to go for a Toxic. And I'm again just going to go for Wish, trying to heal up another Mon potentially, maybe go onto Cobalion this turn. He's going to go for Worried Seed, expecting maybe no Toxic, because I've already shown that Meloetta is my switch in. I'm just going to go out into the Ninetales trying to heal up, but he just goes ahead and goes for Seed Flare, and unfortunately that's going to be a wasted Wish, sorry. I'm just going to go straight out into my Houndoom. Expecting that, I'm going to go right back out into my Raichu, expecting Primarina to come out, but he actually goes to Infernape, which is totally fine. I know I should be able to outspeed, and I'm just going to go straight for a Volt Switch and luckily get a crit, which puts him down to range of Hail, as I'm just going to go ahead and try and live any hit with Clefable, but unfortunately thanks to Blaze range, he's easily going to take me down. Now I'm going to go on the double down out into my Primarina. Now I can pretty much U-turn out on anything he wants to go in on or live a hit very comfortably, since all his Mons I'm really expecting to be kind of especially offensive. Going to be able to get the Thunderbolt off, and he's going to roll a Rest, and then I just miss out on the roll to kill, and he's going to be able to just rest all the way back up to full, and then he's going to go ahead and out and preserve his Primarina, as I'm just going to go ahead for another Thunderbolt, and thanks to Serene Grace, I'm going to be able to Parahax him, and on this turn I'm going to go ahead and go for a U-turn, as he goes out into Mega Pidgeot, which is great for me, because now, thanks to a U-turn, I can just go right on out to my Raichu, and comfortably just fire off a Volt Switch, which will kill the Pidgeot from that range, and also just get a great little 14% chunk off, and thanks to Rocks, kind of get him down to just about under half, as I can go right back out into my Houndoom. I can go ahead and just fire off a Sunny Day, and now I'm going to Mega Evolve, since I would want to take an extra round of Solar Power. Is it Solar Power damage? I forget. Anyway. Just going to miss out on the Solar Beam kill, which really sucks, and it's Solar Power. And now we'll be getting chipped down pretty quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and fire off a safe Flamethrower in case he wanted to try and preserve his Primarina, which would be kind of weird. And at this point, I decided that Houndoom has pretty much played his role. He's not going to be doing too much more for me. I'm just going to go ahead and let him get sacked off, which gives me a free switch out into my Raichu, which I can just start firing off Thunderbolts. That's going to take down the Pidgeot, and then at this point, I figure it's just easiest letting my Raichu die because he's not going to be able to kill the Shaman, as he's actually going to set up the +2 Snatch, which is pretty terrifying, and then he's going to start setting up power-up punches, which is even scarier. And now at this point, I pretty much just let him set up the +2/+2, and kind of panicking, and I just go out and mellow at him, hoping that maybe he doesn't have Hyperspace here and I can go for a U-turn, but unfortunately he does. And that was kind of a misplay on my behalf because had I really thought about it, his move coverage maybe wouldn't have been able to hit Copalion too hard, which we see is true, as he has to go for Power Punch, and luckily I'm able to hang on to that +2 Power Punch thanks to my HP investment and go ahead and kill. And at this point, it's a roll for close combat, and I unfortunately miss out on it depending on how much HP he has, but luckily he misses a Seed Flare, which really, really sucks because he totally deserved to win because he outplayed me and I choked away my win con because I always panic when something's about to sweep me. But luckily, Cobalion's coming in clutch and is able to get those last 2 kills in for me, and that's going to be the 1-0 in my favor. Whew. That was a kind of a long battle, not too long, but hopefully you guys really enjoyed. Yeah, Philadelphia Phanpys we were really up and down, and honestly, that's what I expected coming into this league. I know that I'm not the best, and there are going to be a lot of good coaches, so we're definitely going to take our wins when we can get them and try and stay out of relegation. And maybe we can get on a bit of a winning streak now that we've rollercoaster, win-loss. And next up, we're playing Abe, I want to say, maybe. So another really hard battle, and we'll see if I'm able to pull this one off. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.